Peter? Is it raining?
No.
It's like clear skies to me. There's obviously a deficiency with this driver in front of us. It's 330 BMW. I guess that's all you can afford. Why is... You know what he is?
Special.
No. Well, that too. He is what you call one of those phantom blinkers. Peter, do you know what a phantom blinker is?
Someone who doesn't use their blinker?
No. It looks high, by the way. That guy looked high. A phantom blinker is you're driving, of course, following, vehicular traffic laws. And there's a car, maybe it's in front of you, and it has a left or right turn signal on.
Oh, yeah.
For miles. For miles. Oblivious to the world. I call them phantom blinkers.
I think I know why it happens, too. It's because you can't hear the clicker if you have music playing. I think it's just people who play the music too loud.
Really?
And they forget their blinkers on because they can't hear it.
For some reason, maybe you have different results where you live, which is not too far away, by the way. For some reason, when you drive by these phantom blinker people, it always looks like they're oblivious to the world, like their mind is on another planet. It's like they're driving like a sheep. They just they have no purpose in life, but they're just driving with a destination in mind. But they're not driving with a purpose. Like me, I'm driving with a purpose. I don't want to get stuck in this right lane because don't get your shit pushed back. I don't want to be in that lane because that guy, that oil tanker, which I know is full, because came from Inwood, because we're on Peninsula Boulevard. He came from that way, which is the oil terminals, the gas terminals by JFK and the harbor over there, right, the little bay. He just got refilled, so he's heavy, and he's going to hold up that right lane. Now, as long as these people in the left lane are normal and driving like a typical New Yorker, driving with a purpose. And not just any New Yorker. You have to be like a New York City taxi cab driver to really drive with a fucking purpose. Right? Because they get paid kind of like by the job. The more jobs they do, the more they get paid. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to buckle up. It's the fucking law. See that? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Mikey fucking Pipes. And welcome to the Mikey Pipes Uncensored channel. Peter?
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Peter was out sick the past couple days. And I swear that if he didn't come in today, I wasn't paying you for Friday. Because then you're enjoying like a 5-day weekend.
I wouldn't have blamed you.
I know. But I'm glad you're feeling better. Peter was
It was like... It wasn't China. It was like...
something else.
Japan. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. No, Japanese are nice. Except when they bomb Pearl Harbor and then we put them to that place and, because that's what war is. The Japanese decided to fuck us in the ass in Pearl Harbor, in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. By the way, that was a quite a lot of leadership right there went into the planning and dedication. Those motherfuckers are crazy, those Japanese back then. Kamikazes, they just dove their plane into fucking boats like, it's like Al Qaeda or like the Arab terrorists, or any terrorist. You basically strap a body bomb chest strap on, whatever what I'm trying to say. Suicide vest, and then you hit the button and you're like, bow, and then for some reason, right, you're promised, I think 40 virgins in heaven. By the way, yeah, it's an honorable death and it's not in the Quran, by the way. This is made up hocus pocus bullshit, by the way. It's not in the Quran, all right? I've studied lots of religions in my life, and it's not in the Quran, all right? However, imagine, I can't handle like 2 virgins, right? Imagine having Peter, imagine having 5 wives, like a Mormon, and you have, I don't know, 40 virgins. What the fuck you can do with 40 virgins? How do you even approach that?
The concept of just that itself says something about. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into
No, this is the uncensored channel. We can say whatever the fuck we want to say.
No, I know. I literally can.
Yeah. And in case, I don't know if people have noticed, on the Mikey Pipe Doctor YouTube channel, I've decided that if my channel grew to 151,000 subscribers, where my main, I wouldn't say main, 50% of the purpose of the channel was entertainment, and then the other 50% was education. I'm going more into education side. I am basically recording service calls that I go on, and I'm basically saying what's on my mind, technically, and processing out loud how I diagnose. Look at this. Is there a malfunction here? What? Oh, you're retarded. Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Let's just stop on the side of the road, right? And we're supposed to merge over to the left, but we stop right there, and then everyone else behind me, because they're sheep with no purpose in life and no drive, no ambition in their destination, and they sit there like fucking idiots. You know? Now, as I was saying, Pearl Harbor, it was a war. The U.S. wasn't really in that war with the Japanese, but when the Japanese came and fucked us in the ass, well, it's time to nuke their asses. Right? And here you are, right? Here you are, you have the October 7th massacre. They compare it to 9/11. It's pretty bad. When you think about a country the size of Israel versus the country the size of America, and the ratio, it's far exceeds, the October 7th massacre far exceeds, the loss and devastation and just the hatred and just, I don't know, just not right, 9/11. You were even born yet, were you?
Oh, no, I was. I
you
was...
Like 6 months?
2 months.
It's cowardly, But what Hamas did, and what some people are denying that they did, even though it's facts, right? Hamas went in there, hundreds of them, if not maybe thousands of them, went in there and paratrooped over the border, through tunnels, and they went into neighborhoods, civilians, and started beheading babies, killing parents in front of their kids, so the kids could see that, in the name of, because of Zionism. That's what they claim, right? But I can tell you one thing. Judaism is one of the only religions that actually puts human life, will put human life first.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. All right? And that's why they gave what? For every one hostage that was released, they had to give up, I don't know, like 20 Palestinians, right? 20 Arabs, whatever it is. I guess that shows the level of worth of the Arabs. Not really worth much. And honestly, now that we're talking, I'm going to talk freely because I don't really give a fuck, right? Because I stand with Israel, and so does most of the world. But there's a lot of assholes out there. What's really fucked up was that Russian, that 26-year-old Russian Jew that got kidnapped, right, that day, brought into Gaza, escaped. He escaped captivity, hid in a building, even after it got bombed, got fucked up a little bit, all right? And I kid you not, I can't make this shit up. Some Palestinian Arabs, regular civilians, found him and traded him in to Hamas. And that's why I say, you know what? They need to go in there and level the place and turn it into glass. Fuck it all. Level it all off. And I want to be one of the first people to walk in there and put my flag down right there and get prime Mediterranean waterfront land in South Tel Aviv. I kid you not. And I'm going to call it Pipeland. Because they don't deserve to have anything. They're animals. Now, actually, they're worse than animals. They're like subterranean, evil creatures. Right? That's kind of shit you probably deal with in hell that you read about see in movies or in the fiction, horror fiction books where you go to hell and you're burnt alive for your entire life. Right? Is that what the Catholics believe, right? What's the definition of what happens in hell, Peter?
You're basically, they say the worst pain in hell is knowing you're never going to see God.
Oh.
For all eternity.
Oh. That's pretty intense.
There's a lot that goes on. Yeah.
I gotta admit, that's pretty damn intense. Yeah. But I thought you get tortured and shit like that, in a Siberian prison camp.
Yeah, it's just fire.
Like your skin,
Brimstone.
yeah.
Bad stuff.
I was watching maybe it was a movie or a series, maybe a year or two ago, where this woman is a witch, and witches don't die, or something like that, where they don't die, right? If they die, they come back to life, and I think it was like the Salem witch trials or whatever it was. It was kind of like that, where they sitting in traffic. You can make a right turn on red here, but as long as you stop, because there's a camera, right? See the camera there? There's one behind us. So if you don't stop at the red light and you just coast through it, you're gonna get a red light ticket, and it's $157 in Nassau County, because it's a money grab. It's not a safety thing; it's a money grab. But anyway, so they knew she was a witch, and they tried burning her alive. She escaped. So what they did was they tied her to chains and they sunk her to the bottom of the ocean. So imagine drowning indefinitely. You drown, you die, you wake up again. You drown, you die indefinitely. That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
That's probably some kind of devil shit that he would do.
Yeah.
Rough. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, God bless America. We need it. God bless everyone. God created all of us equally. He really did. Some of you may not believe that. I hope you're not watching this channel, but there are individuals out there who really don't believe that God created everyone equal and that other people are superior and there's superior races and shit like that. But it's sad. It's sad that people think that way in life, and I'm hoping that we could just find peace in ourselves and one another, and I'm hoping that we could live in harmony. End of the day, maybe one day we can.
It's not in this world. It'll be
it's quite interesting. I was just I had a dinner party last night for a very good dear friend of mine. She's a doctor, and I missed the turn I was supposed to make. Let's see, does it want me to take this next turn? Yes. And look, will there ever be peace between the Arabs and the Palestinians, mostly the Palestinians, and Israel, the state of Israel? And if you think about, one of Israel's closest allies now is Germany. And, Hitler murdered, I think, 6 or 8 million Jews, amongst other people that he didn't think was, the superior race. But it was mostly Jews, because, just hating. But that was Germany. Germany wanted to exterminate all the Jewish people on the face of the earth. And now, after Germany paid reparations totaling probably trillions and trillions of dollars to the surviving families, now they're, I wouldn't say best friends, but they're very good allies. And think about it. So we're talking about 50, 60 years later, right?
So it can happen.
So it can happen. There can be peace, coexistence. And there needs to be coexistence, regardless of what your faith is. I don't care if you're a Buddhist, you're a Muslim, you're a Jew, you're a Catholic, you're a Protestant, whatever you are, or you're an atheist. At the end of the day, God created you, whether or not you believe that because of your political or religious beliefs. And God created man and woman. Not he, them, they, if, she. I don't want to identify as a trash can. I identify as what I was born with. Some junk, right? I'm a man, wife's a woman. None of this other nonsense goes on here. And it's these crazy motherfuckers out there, these woke motherfuckers, right? That are destroying our civilization and culture. Facts. Right? And you can't indoctrinate kids with your ideology of, I just had a son, I'm a woke motherfucker, and I think he should have been a girl, so his name is not Matthew, it'll be Michelle. And he's going to wear a dress, and then when he before he turns 12 or 13, I'm going to cut his penis off and give him a vagina. He's never going to be able to have kids, birth kids, but yeah. That shit is just wrong, and that motherfucker right there needs to be put in prison for the rest of his life for child abuse. That's fucked up right there. True. All right, guys, I've been ranting and raving for 14 minutes. I haven't put out some content on this channel for a little bit, but I wanted to give you some of my insight in life and my philosophy, because I really can't say it on the other channel. I want to keep that, let's keep that plumbing, heating, air conditioning, HVAC, and let's all love one another. All right, guys, smash that fucking thumbs up button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. Mikey Pipe signing off.